So in this video, I want to show you a couple things about creating the graphs. So let's say I wanted to look at the city and the square feet. So I highlight city, hold down Command or Control, highlight square feet. Okay, we can insert the chart here. And let's say I wanted to do a column chart. Remember, aggregate will let me put the cities together, put the data for each city together. Okay. Another couple things to look at. I probably don't want to do the sum. So when we're talking about the square feet, these numerical data, usually you want to use median or sometimes average. And then let's take a look at the data. Okay. There's a couple things you can do to customize this. One thing is I'd like to know what these numbers mean. Like I set up the chart so I know, but if someone was just looking at the chart, they might not know what 1,000 what, right? So if you go to customize, you can go to the chart and axis title. So let's say on the horizontal, I write down that that's the city, which is pretty obvious. But the vertical axis title is not as obvious. This is square feet, median square feet, square feet. So it's the size. Okay. Couple other things we can do to set up. It might be helpful if we know that exact number. So if you click this, you just like click the data there. Back to customize. Okay. So I can also go to series, and here let's go to data labels. Okay, so that's a couple of kind of basic ones you can do. Probably also want to put a chart title, maybe do some stuff with the coloring. There we go. Another thing that we can do, let me delete this. Let's say I was going to do something with the scatter plot. Okay, so let's say I wanted to find out if there's a relationship between the number of beds and the number of baths. So I highlight these, insert my chart, and just be careful. Make sure that when you do this, you have something on the X, something on the Y. I'm going to take off beds so it's not showing up on the X and the Y or the series. Okay, this case I want to see a scatter plot that will help me to figure out a little bit more on the relationship. Okay, great. And let's take a look. All right, well, as you can kind of see, like more beds they have, kind of the more baths they have, although it's not a one-for-one kind of relationship. A few things that you can do. Again, I would customize this. Which one's the beds? The X is the number of beds, so chart titles. This will be the number of beds. Okay. And if I want to do the vertical one, I just had to change this drop down. Let's say this is the number of baths. All right, great. Maybe I also put a title, and then we'll call this chart title, beds and baths. Okay, that sounds great. The other thing that you might want to do is if you want to draw the line, the best fit line through here, we can go to series, scroll down, then we can do the trend line. You can also add an R-squared value. Okay.